Hi there, Rabbi. How you doing today?
Well, it looks like we're going to have another beautiful day here in DC, Joe.
It is supposed to be nice, and the Marine Corps Marathon is today, and hundreds and thousands of people will be running around in circles in DC, but for a better reason than usual. Recently, I've been thinking a lot about my growing up and the differences between my father and mother. And when they asked me to do something, my father would say, Joe, could you do this? Son, could you do that? And I would do it. I would say, sure, Dad. And if I could, and if I couldn't, I still try. When my mother asked me to do something, though, she would always say, Joe, can you do this? Because, and then she would give me an explanation and a reason. Is there something in the Bible about that to twist it all the way around?
When we're talking about God created human beings in his image, male and female, he created them. Genesis has some very enigmatic passages. However, they all say equal, that a man and a woman, there are differences, but the differences don't make one better than the other. Unfortunately, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam have treated women as chattel or property, relegated them not just second class, that's not even a fair thing to say, as slaves, as subs, as a woman can't be complete without being married. A woman can't be complete without having children. So society was often running. And it's time to stand up to all our religions and say, this was cultural, some time and place, but that's not now, that was then. And stop bringing up then as if it's appropriate now. Because to tell you, Joe, I'm on the third floor of a high rise. And if there was a fire and the tower truck pulled up and I couldn't get out and someone had to carry me, I just want someone to be able to carry me. Their their religion, their sex, their gender, whether they like baseball or football, all irrelevant attributes. They have nothing to do with it. I just want a person who can carry me down. And to try to make these changes. And our religion is forming a good platform for people to fall back on and say, oh no, a woman can't be complete without. A man has to have a wife or whatever it might say. It's time for us to just look at it and say, the Torah is truth, and it's not true.
That brings us, doesn't it, to the latest political situation going on in the country today.
And that's why I wanted to bring this up about the religions. People keep falling back on scripture or religion and say, oh no, a woman should be home barefoot and pregnant. A woman's place is in the kitchen. A woman can't govern. A woman can't lead. No, that's why I'm bringing this up. Let's stop using a text set in a certain time and place and say, okay, I don't have to throw it out or disagree or argue with what was then. I'm looking at today. Who is the most competent person? Who do I want to lead us? And what are their attributes? What's their track record? What are their recommendations? Who's on the list of people for and against, whether it's on state or federal or even a county level? I think that's what I'm objecting to. People using our religions to justify something that just doesn't work anymore.
Well, I know what works for me, Rabbi. It's your advice, and I hope whoever pulls up in the fire truck is able to throw you over their shoulder and get you down the ladder with ease.
And it's the same thing with the person I'm voting for. I'm not going to vote for someone whose uh, allies who work for that person is telling us they're not competent to be president of the United States. Why would I vote for someone when his own people say he's not competent and then fall back and say, oh, I can't vote for the other one because I never vote for a woman?